guys, I guess this is part 2. I started and then Sarah came in with some Sarah drama, so I had to deal with that for a little bit. You know, I was about to apologize for like being in my nightgown and hanging out in here, but y'all can't really even tell, and it's none of your business. And how's my hair? My daughter wanted me to have red hair again. It's been years and years, and she said I was turning into a grandma because of the gray. So she, by herself, colored my hair. And the lady who does her hair, because I never touched Sarah's hair, I let a friend of mine who is a hairdresser, because she knows what she's doing. So ever since Sarah has had pink hair, she's been dealing with her hair. But anyway, she would die. She will get on to me next time she sees me for using box color. But anyway, let me go back into what I was talking about. And this is really just, like I had mentioned before, sort of like a diary, a medical diary. I don't really need advice and please, I don't need, like I stated before, the poor use and all that. That's not what I'm after. This is my channel, and I need to get things off my chest, and I don't have anyone in this real world to sit down across from me and chat. I do have someone, but she is very busy, and then I have someone else, but I have to drive, and I'm just not feeling it. I haven't felt it. And then we've got some weird stuff, new stuff. Sorry, I got a call. Going on with new neighbors here in the apartments. I live in apartments, and I've lived here a year. In the middle or the end of April, it'll be a year. And we haven't had any problems really with the neighbors. The only issues that have happened in the apartments are things that we weren't even here to witness. But anyway, so back to what I was saying. I don't know exactly where the diagnosis when they told me, I nearly dropped my phone. It completely shocked me. I always tell myself, especially when it's something big, a test result that is big that I'm waiting for. If I'm not awake while they do the test, which I was not, I have a very high amount of anxiety with medical procedures, and a spinal tap these days isn't nearly as bad as they used to be, but still my anxiety going in, they just pretty much doped me to the point to where I don't know if my eyes were open or closed or crossed, probably crossed. So I had to wait for the doctor to actually give me a call and tell me what's going on, since it is in Longview, and I am a couple, 2.5 hours ish away. So I'm not going to go through all the medical stuff because I'm still learning myself, but there's different types of MS. And the one that I thought of first, of course, was wheelchair, life shortened, can't feed self. I mean, I don't know really what I was thinking, but the type that from my symptoms, they cannot, when they do the MRI, and I don't know medical terms or any of that, but they look and they count things in your brain, and I guess I don't know if they're like I keep wanting to say lymph nodes, but we don't have those in our brain. I guess lesions. I don't know. Scarring. I don't really know exactly. Because of me having a defibrillator pacemaker combo, because I have metal in my body, that wasn't even an option. It wasn't even considered for 2 seconds. So I didn't research, and nobody explained anything because I wasn't going to have that. But I believe by the amount or from the spinal tap, I'm sorry, from the spinal tap brain fog, hugely, and I'm sorry. They the amount of myelin or whatever they can tell, plus going along, you know, with your, what you say, your history, your symptoms, how long, how frequent, what they are, how long it stays, how often it comes back, all that stuff that goes into account, and they can figure what type, if it's not visually, you know, y'all know what I'm trying to say. I'm so tired from lack of sleep and just stress in my brain, and it's coming out now, and I'm sorry. I'm not a stupid person. Medically, I don't understand a whole lot, which is weird because I have a whole lot, and you would think I would be like a walking medical dictionary, and I'm not. I'm like the Idiot's Guide to, you know, those are the books I need. In fact, somewhere around here I've got the Idiot's Guide to the Bible. You know, I mean, I need a lot of help. But anyway, that one's kind of funny. But it's a very good book, very useful. But anyway, so the one that I have, basically, to break it down in simple terms, because this is the way I understand it, so this is the way my doctor explained to me. It's called RRMS for short, which basically what it means is, what I have is where the symptoms, I'm going to call them flares, will come as a flare every few weeks, every few months, every other year, whatever. There's no, you can't predict it really, except for, I guess, maybe looking at past times. But I've never gotten on a calendar and wrote beginning of flare, because I have other things that cause some of those symptoms. So is it that or is it this, you know? So I will have a flare, and it will last however long it decides to hang around, and then it will go, and it will be gone for a certain amount of time. Weeks, months, a year, 2 years, I don't know. I'm new to this game, and it's not a game, believe me. But it's not the type that will hit you and you will progressively, or aggressively as I like to say, go downhill to where you literally get to the point to where there is no walking, there is no bathroom functions that you're able to control on your own, there is no feeding yourself, there is no caring for your child, be it, you know, diaper changes, etc. You're progressively going down, and it does lower your lifespan. And I don't even remember what they call that. But it is MS, but it is not the MS that I have. Thank God. And they really are, I'm sorry, I'm not really paying attention to how close, and I apologize. I apologize a lot. I'm sorry about apologizing. Anyway, so I am so grateful to God, and that that it's not that. And we're almost, the doctors and myself are almost 100% sure that it's not, because of the way my symptoms have been. And I'm grateful, pardon me, I am grateful that it honestly was found this quick. And when I say this quick, it's not a quick process, but I have read horror stories on like the National MS Society's website, just different websites, support websites, etc. Some Facebook groups. There's a lot of groups out there for support, thank God. But where it has taken years and years, and when I say years and years, when I look back and think years and years to get a diagnosis, I've been there, done that for other things. And when you look back, it doesn't feel like years and years, but there are people that honestly, 10 years trying to figure out and going to different doctors and having so many tests and so many false diagnoses, not necessarily because the doctors are stupid, but it's like a lot of things really do, because symptoms are so varied. Even in there's so many diseases that symptoms are it's like you have something, but it's not in the textbook. So this doctor's not going to think it's related because it's not in the textbook. But yet, it's a symptom of that disease. It's so weird, and it's so sad that so many people will have to go through that. And I'm just grateful that I have a diagnosis now, but I don't know if, I know it hasn't completely sunk in. I don't have, by my choice, I don't have close family. And when I say family, I mean blood relation. My sister-in-law is family. She is my sister, period. For the rest of my life, she will be. I have her, but she's not close. I can't call and say, let's go out for coffee. I don't drink coffee, but you know what I mean. So I don't have my mother. I have had to push toxic people away. Finally, I decided it's the only way to be healthy, or to start my journey to being mentally healthy, is to push toxic people, no matter who they are, from my life. And I've had to do that with extremely close family members, even one of my children. And I have seen positive from this, so I can't change that, even though right now I would love to have my mom to go and just have a hug, just to have, but she's never really been my mom. So complicated. So it would be more of my grandpa, and he's been gone forever. And this is the first time that I have on video or in any other way have said to the world, or whoever's listening, that I have yet another diagnosis, and it is MS, which is big, because I do try to keep things. I have been embarrassed, and I have been hurt, and I have been ridiculed, and so many different things for saying anything about my medical stuff in the past by certain people, that I got to the point to where unless the person I'm talking to I'm closer to, and we're talking about health issues, and it's not a one-up me. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's always people, always going to be someone You know, if you broke your leg, they had theirs amputated. You know, I mean, there's always going to be that person. So, plus things, you know, I don't know. It's complicated to try to understand, to try to explain. And I think I've talked enough where my brain has completely stopped working now. So I'm going to cut this off. But I just wanted to say to some of my subscribers who are actually my friends, most of my closer ones, friends online, who I do consider friends in real life. You're not just, oh yeah, she's my online friend. There are people who if I had no internet access, I would still try to communicate as we are now. Some people are every so often, hello, how are you? But that hello, how are you means so freaking much, you have no idea. Because I don't have that. And also, that's not for a pity thing. I'm just stating. And then I have some people who, you know, if I don't make a video or they don't hear from me or see me post on my Facebook, which, by the way, to closer people, I do not mind Facebook friends. I have nothing to hide. And that probably gets me in trouble a lot more than it should. But, you know, if they don't see me or hear anything, just the smallest whatever from me, you know, after a couple of days, even a day, one in particular, you know, she's like, hey, how are you? Haven't heard from you. And that makes me feel great. And I'm thinking about all of my friends as well. And I feel like I'm just babbling now. So I'm going to go. But I just wanted to make this medical vlog, I guess. It's a medical vlog. And just to talk, just to get it out. Just to say, no matter what you got going on right now, I'm here to support you. Email me. I'll put my email in the description, but it's also on my About Me. Isn't that what it's called? Homepage, About Me page, whatever. It's also there. And don't think you can't contact me, because I love making friends. And I don't care who you are, where you're from. Until you try to hurt me or hurt my child, you know, you've got my support. And anyway, so God bless. And if you've made it this far, you are awesome. And thank you so much for watching. And have a great weekend. Have a wonderful Easter. It's not about the Easter Bunny. It's about God. We all know we have all the dates screwed up. We know his birthday is not on the day we celebrate. And Easter Sunday is not, you know, but it's about, in my opinion, it's not about the money. It's about Jesus Christ. And so do something good for somebody, even if it's just a hello or a wave when you're driving. In the country, we do the wave. My grandpa did it, and I do it still. When I lived in Vegas for a while, I did it, and people probably thought I was throwing up signs. I don't even know. But, you know, do something good for somebody, and pray for somebody, pray for yourself. Y'all take care. God bless. Bye.